Hello, I'm Dr. Lisa Gatenby and I'm a registered nutritionist. I'm going to talk in this clip about diet and sleep. We all need a good night's sleep to be productive the next day, and if we haven't slept very well, we also know that that affects our appetite and we tend to reach for high calorie, sugary foods to try and replace that energy that we should have got from our night's sleep. Now, research suggests that a quarter of adults report poor sleep, meaning this is quite a big area and it's something I often hear from people I work with. And we know that brain injury can also cause sleep disturbances and problems with fatigue. Now, what we often do when we haven't slept well is reach for sugary foods, caffeine, alcohol, all the things that actually we need to reduce. So if we pick sugary foods to try and give us that energy, what happens is our blood sugars, which are low when we wake up in the morning, spike and then drop back down again very quickly. Now, what this does is actually makes us feel worse overall. The other thing we might do is reach for caffeine. So actually, caffeine can affect our sleep. But what people often don't realise is for some individuals, it can take 8 hours for the caffeine to leave the body and to be broken down and disposed of by the body. So any caffeine that we've drank after lunch could have an effect on our night's sleep. Often we think of tea and coffee for our caffeine intake, but we need to remember that there's also caffeine in things like cans of Coke and chocolate as well, and even in decaf drinks. So decaf tea, for example, contains around 12 milligrams of caffeine, so it's much lower than a standard cup of tea, which would be about 70 or 80 milligrams of caffeine, but it still does contain caffeine, so we need to bear that in mind. Alcohol's the other thing we might reach for if we are not sleeping well. Now, initially, when you have a drink, it does relax the body and it can make you feel relaxed, but unfortunately, that effect is short-lived and it actually prevents the body from going into a deeper sleep, which means that we wake up feeling tired and unrested, and then the cycle carries on again. We also know that alcohol is empty calories, so we do need to be careful not to have too much. The recommendation is that we stick to 2 to 3 units a day and no more than 14 units in a week. So what can we do to help us get that better night's sleep? There's a few things that we can try and incorporate. So having some carbohydrates with your evening meal can actually help. So evidence shows that the serotonin, which is released in the brain after consuming some carbohydrates, helps to calm the body. And that's really important for setting the body up for a good night's sleep. So with your evening meal, it's a good idea to include something like a jacket potato or some wholemeal rice or pasta. Now, remember your portion sizes. This is a healthy portion plate. Now, this plate is just demonstrating that half of our plate at meal times should be vegetables or salad, leaving a quarter for our carbohydrate foods and a quarter for our protein foods. So including some of these with your evening meal is a good idea to get that serotonin to help us calm the body. The other thing we could do is have a warm milky drink. So something that your parents or grandparents might have told you to do when you were younger. But there's actually research and evidence that shows that the nutrients in that warm milky drink helps to relax the muscles in our body. So including a warm milky drink at bedtime can help get us ready for sleep. The other thing that's important to remember is the nutrient selenium. So selenium helps the body to sleep again. And if we don't have enough selenium in our system, we can struggle to sleep. It's in a wide variety of foods, but Brazil nuts are well known for being having a good amount of selenium in them. So including 3 Brazil nuts and 3 is a portion. We need to be careful not to have too many because they're high calorie foods, high fat foods. Although they're good for us, we need to have them in the right portion. So having 3 Brazil nuts would give us enough selenium to help the body get into sleep. The other thing to remember is to have a healthy diet overall. So eating a nice variety of foods and a healthy diet and trying to be a healthy weight also can improve our sleep. The next video I'm going to record is going to look at diet and stress, which can also, of course, impact our sleep. So I look forward to seeing you then.